Natalie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Luminous Silk Foundation color ranges. I am so excited for this because I'm actually in between shades, so the fact that they came out with a 5.2 is like the best thing ever for me. So I'm sure a bunch of you watching are already familiar with this product. It is such a core iconic product from Armani. I've been using this foundation for years actually. Let's just do a quick intro for those who might not be familiar with it yet and who are probably curious about buying it. So this is a liquid foundation and it comes with a really handy pump. I've had a few of these bottles already and I can tell you the pump never sticks. It is brilliant. I just love how completely reliable it is because I've had a couple of Laura Mercier foundations which are also a favorite of mine, and after a while they have a tendency to stick and clog up, but this one does not. It's lightweight in texture and it leaves your skin looking like skin. It's also buildable. I like to apply mine if I'm wearing it during the day just with my fingers, and this gives me a lighter coverage. I love that it goes over the skin just really smoothly and it gives me a very nice natural finish. If I have an event and I want my makeup to give me more coverage and I want it to last all day, all night, I always start off with primer. And then the next thing that I do to give myself the most coverage that I can from this foundation is use a makeup sponge. This one is from Chanel. Save your money because this is not the greatest foundation sponge out there. It is a very weird shape. It's very dense. It's not very good. What I love about the Luminous Silk Foundation is that it just applies beautifully, whether it's with your fingers, with a makeup sponge, or with a brush. It just always works really well. It's just a matter of how much coverage do you want from your makeup and what is your preferred way of applying your foundation as well. So there are 10 new shades that were introduced in this foundation. I used to wear 5.5, which turns out is actually much too dark for me. It's more like a golden neutral undertone and it's medium based. So I stopped using that, but pretty much got through the whole bottle wearing the wrong foundation color for a year. And the new shade that actually suits me 100% perfectly is 5.2. This one is more on the light medium side. This one is a peach undertone. I have a yellow undertone, but what I find is that if I wear a foundation with a yellow undertone, then I have a tendency to look more yellow. So what I like to do is counterbalance that or counteract that by putting something that's slightly peachy so that it can look more neutral on my skin. I know it sounds really weird, but if you guys have ever tried doing this, then you'll know what I'm talking about. According to Sephora, this is for normal, dry combination, and oily skin types. My skin type is combination, so I have normal cheeks and then it's my T-zone that's actually oily. I've never had an issue with this foundation coming off. Normally what I do is I powder it after I'm done and I find that it stays on all day. If I do want it to last even longer, then I'll just use a setting spray. This one is from IT Cosmetics and I use this as my primer today and as my setting spray as well. So another thing that I should mention about this foundation is that it looks really beautiful and natural in person. It doesn't look like you're wearing a lot of heavy, cakey makeup. So it looks natural in person, but it also photographs really beautifully. So if you guys are taking pictures or if you're on camera, then 100% I would recommend this foundation. I actually applied a primer and I used this setting spray. It's called Your Skin But Better from IT Cosmetics. It has hyaluronic acid, coconut water, aloe vera extract. It can be used as a setting spray, a primer, and as just like a hydrating mist in between. And then what I did was I applied the foundation with my fingers just on this side of my face. And then with the makeup sponge on this side. And it also went on really nicely. Again, I'm just not very keen on this sponge. This bulky shape doesn't allow for the most precise blending. Even though both sides applied really beautifully, I did find that I got more coverage on the sponge side. Regardless, I found that everything just went on beautifully, exactly what I expected from the formula in the past. So after I did my foundation, I went in with the new Armani concealer, and this one is in the shade Fave. To be honest, it might be just a little too light for me. They only have 20 shades of concealer versus the 40 shades of foundation. I wish they would expand it because I feel like 5.5, which is the next shade, is probably too dark for me. I blended a bit of it with my fingertip. I did blend the other part of my concealer with my Chanel makeup brush. Just for the under eyes, usually I'll go in with a shade that's just a little bit darker. I find that if I go in with a lighter concealer, it doesn't exactly conceal my dark under eyes. And second of all, it kind of acts like a highlight, so it more accentuates the under eyes than anything else. I don't know if you can tell, but that's just a personal preference. Do whatever works for you. I think that the most important thing is to have fun with it and to make sure that you feel the most confident.
Just stepping in with a quick voiceover here, I should mention that because I got the wrong shade, it's very difficult for me to do a fair review on this concealer. Had I gotten the proper shade, then I might have been able to see how well it covers any imperfections, under eyes, etc. But because I got the wrong shade, it's very difficult for me to tell.
Have something to compare it to in terms of what foundations I generally like. During the fall and winter, I'll go into something with more of a medium coverage. For that, I love the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. The Luminous Silk was a favorite, like it was one of my top favorites for a long time until, I'm sorry, the Estee Lauder one came along and just like knocked this one down by one. But regardless, it is still such a wonderful, beautiful product. I think that it says a lot considering that I pretty much went through an entire bottle. And then I'm trying to think of another foundation that I really like. Because I've had a couple of Laura Mercier foundations, which are also a favorite of mine. You know what? I think these are my top favorite foundations, is the Estee Lauder and the Armani Luminous Silk, or even the Armani Power Fabric. I just love anything that's buildable and easy to work with. I'm not a high maintenance kind of person when it comes to my makeup. I want to be able to go in with my foundation. I want to be able to do it quickly, and then I want to move on with my day. So if you guys are looking for something that is an amazing product that has buildable coverage, that looks natural on the skin, that blends beautifully, that works with oily skin, normal skin, dry skin, combination skin, something that glides across large pores, because I have larger pores around my nose, definitely check out the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It is a great product. Like I said, I've been using it for many years and I absolutely love it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.